How y'all doing? We're still here. We're still, as someone put it in the comment section, which I thought was brilliant. Mike, you're on the fringes. You're a fringe channel. We love watching you because you're not like a big channel. And I actually started thinking about that. And I've actually got to kind of agree with him. I think the bigger you get, the more commercial you get. For want of a better word. And I think with more commercialism and opportunities comes problems, like, problems that I don't really want to have. My channel is all for charity, all the ad revenue, if we ever get monetized, will go to Macmillan, Help the Heroes, and Shelter UK, which I believe are three fantastic charities. And I think any money that I can get to them is great. And in the process, we're going through golf and the journey of improving golf for myself, getting better, and I'm sharing my experiences, and hopefully things that are working for me work for you, because I'm like the guy who's tried virtually everything, and eventually, through a course of Mike Austin and other channels, we've got there, and it's an exciting journey because as you start to improve to this level where it becomes automatic and you don't have to think about it, obviously golf becomes a lot more enjoyable and fun. So you can then do some other stuff that is really exciting. And you don't have to worry too much about all the other stuff that goes along with being a huge, big YouTuber. Like, oh no, I can't say that. Oh, for goodness sakes, no, I might upset some sponsors. No, can't say that. Oh, I might upset somebody in the golf community. Oh, somebody might unsubscribe. Oh, can't say that either. And suddenly your channel becomes a sanitized piece of toilet paper, but you've crapped all over it. And that is kind of what annoys me more than anything, apart from Binky, the cat meowing in the background. No, I'm only kidding. I love the guy. What are you saying? What are you saying? He doesn't know what he's saying, but he's still right. Um, so why? Right. Once I've improved, I've got to this point, and gapping comes an issue. You might say, well, why would gapping become an issue, Mike? When you're going through swing changes, you better believe things start highlighting themselves. Um, if you're going through big swing changes like me, then you might well notice that things like your driver loft and stuff, and the actual type of driver you're playing with, needs to change slightly. In my case, it needs to go to a high launch, low spin driver. Hence, I've got a Titleist in the bag, and I'm absolutely caning it. Same with the 3 wood, it's high launch, low spin. I'm just generating more club head speed, which in turn affects your wedges. Now, gapping and wedges and feel are a personal choice, but I'd just like to carry 2 wedges, right? And I wanted to show you them today because, man, I might have cleaned them first. Yeah, I think I maybe had some shots out in the garden and forgot to clean them. Right, so let's show you what we've got. Now, the first one is a Cleveland 585 Tour Action. It's actually a Diac, which is a special sole grind, and it's a 53-degree loft. Now, I'm showing you this for 2 reasons. One is, it is a used wedge. Grooves are very good. The finish on it, patina, is very nice. I thought about cleaning it. See there, it has had some lead tape on it at some point. But as far as I'm concerned, that's spot on. Weight wise, swing weight wise. 53 degree, right? So I stuck a new grip on it, mid-size, dynamic gold S300U shaft on it, and it's brilliant. It's a great club, very versatile, sole's good, right? So that's in the bag, and I can't say any more about it other than it's got a really good, straight, flat leading edge. Cleveland really do make some of the best wedges. Now I picked that up for £24 out of Cash for Clubs. There are bargains to be had. £24 delivered to your house. Right, here's the next one. I'm not affiliated with Cash for Clubs. I just look, if I've got something that I've found that's good, I'll let you know where it was, so you're not getting ripped off out there when you're looking for second-hand clubs. Next one's a bit of a classic, those of you in the know. The original Trusty Rusty. This is not the original, it's the second gen reboot of the Trusty Rusty, because Cobra had to bring it back out, it was that popular. Now this one is highly unusual. It's a 59 degree wedge, 59. And it's got tri-sole bound sole on it. So you can open the face or slightly close the face. Very minimal leading edge. And again, its shaft's fantastic as well. I think you can see that on there. Can you see the bounce on it? It's not focusing in very well. Yeah, mid-size grip on it again. And this has actually got a spinner satin shaft on it. Does it make a difference? Yeah, it's slightly softer feel in the hands. And good grief, look at that. Clean your clubs, kids. I think I'm growing some grass on the face of that. Right, we'll get the flying out of that later. Again, that was £25 delivered. Now, there you go, under £50 for 2 wedges, and that's my bag. For wedges, and wedges are your main scoring items. So the 53 is like from 100 yards in, depending on how high I want it. The 59 is really from, it's maxed out at really, I wouldn't hit it any more than 50 yards flat out, and then in between that is height orientated. Obviously you can knock it down, like as in burner wedge type thing. Might show you that shot actually, handy shot to have. But that's the gap. So anything over 100 is my stock wedge in my set. That's just how I play it. That's how I've always played it. Because, well, you could argue I've always been used to standard lofts, you know, none of these like modern lofts that are like bonkers, you know, like geared so that you think you're hitting the ball miles, but actually you've got 5 iron. It says it's a 5 iron, but actually it's a 3 iron you're hitting. You know, what 5 iron length shaft. I mean, just stronger lofts. Never went for that. But that's like what being on the fringe of something lets you do. If you were a big channel and you were sponsored by a manufacturer or anything like that, you would be getting hammered with, oh, you've got to play the latest and greatest, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, and that might very well. These guys with the big channels, they don't give a monkey's ass if it affects their golf game or not, because they don't have a golf game, right? They don't play golf. Well, they play golf, but they don't play golf. I'm still playing competitive golf, and I'm still actively trying to win stuff, week in, week out, whether it's your club medal, an open competition, or whatever, or match play, whatever it is. I'm still competitive, hopefully, touch wood, as long as I stay fit and healthy. That'll never leave me, because I've never been a social for fun golfer. I'd rather enter a competition and tee it up and see if I can win it, right? So what I'm saying is, if you're chopping and changing and doing 20 what's in the bags a year, there's no way you're playing competitive golf, because you ain't swapping out irons every week and going out and trusting them on a golf course. That just ain't happening, right? all these mental folk with the big YouTube channels on golf, they're all just the same, turning videos out for the ka-ching, and they're not turning videos out to playing competitive golf either, bar one person, maybe two. James Wilkshire's one of them, and the other guy that does the videos with Biff. They're actually trying their damnedest to make it on the Jamaica tour, right, and then from there progress into professional ranks, or semi-professional, and then golf professional, right? They're trying their damnedest, right? And the likes of Rick Shields and that, and a few others, are slagging them off, saying that they're not doing it. When you look at like the bigger guys out there, like Peter Finch wonders how he misses cuts and doesn't play well when he chops and changes his irons more times than I chop and change my underpants, right? I mean, they just, it's so frustrating that, like, on the fringe you can see all this stuff, but when you're caught up in it, you can't see it. And, you know, like the greats, Mike Austin and other people used to just speak their mind, a spade's a spade. Well, somebody's needing to film and say to these folk, look, you want to be a serious golfer, you need to stop doing all these stupid chopping and changing just so you can, the next latest and greatest. I don't have a problem with folk reviewing clubs, but all this nonsense about, oh, look what I've got in the bag today, I mean, just annoys me. On a number of levels, one of them being, I can't afford most of the new equipment. And the other level that annoys me on is just plain, like, why do folks think that's interesting? And like, plenty of watch it. I mean, you know, they never say anything that's controversial, and if they do, it's there because they dreamt it up thinking that they will get clickbait. And even Liam from the Golf Mates is clickbaiting like hell now, which shows you how desperate these folk get for views, because they're dreaming up, saying, I am quitting. I'm quitting YouTube. Oh, I'm quitting YouTube to be the #1 caddy on the European tour. And then, of course, he's not quitting YouTube. Of course, he's not. And he's no fun becoming a caddy either, because he'd never be in the house and he'd nobody with his kids. Clickbait. But they're all at it. Clickbaiting things. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. And as usual, it's just a normal on the fringe ramble about golf. But, you know, think of it as like a ramble or a documentation of like the state of play in golf. Because generally, golf's never been in a better place. But you wouldn't think that looking at these videos, dredging them up all the time. And I hope that last video helps you, because you won't be watching any more ads ever. And that is a major, 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 major goal. A sub's great, and a share. Thanks for watching the channel.